be a reformer, you're gonna have to be resilient. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a lot of people that aren't gonna want to change. There's a lot of people that are gonna lose power. They don't want to lose power. There's a lot of people that are gonna keep things the same. But you know, there's traditionalist kind of people. Keep it the way it is for the rest of your entire life. Change freaks them out. So you're gonna get people trying to come against you. They're gonna think you're crazy. But someone say, be resilient. Be resilient. Don't give up. Don't let rejection stop you. Don't let failure stop you. Don't let the challenge stop you. Someone say, be resilient. Watch the word. Watch what he says. He says, the leaders I met, whatever walk of life they were from, whatever institutions they were presiding over, always referred back to the same failure. Someone say failure. Failure. Something that happened to them that was personally difficult, even traumatic, something that made them feel that desperate sense of hitting rock bottom as something they thought was almost a necessity. Someone say necessity. It's as if at the moment the iron entered their soul, that moment created the resilience that the leaders needed. This scholar says, challenge was a necessity. That'll change your mind right there. Because I suggest to you that challenge is a requirement for greatness. Failure, it really is a requirement for success. You gotta fail before you succeed at anything. You're gonna be rejected, you gotta reject. But you have to be able to overcome. Someone say overcome. And the way you overcome is where instead of allowing the challenge to bring you down, you embrace it. Because you understand this is a part of the process towards greatness. You embrace it because you understand it's a precursor. Someone say a precursor. It's a precursor to greatness. This is where I get fun. I was someone happy right now, and I would tell you that you can't even become great until you face the challenge. So when you face the challenge, start looking back and say, let's have a party. Let's get happy right now. Let's have a celebration. Celebration on tonight. Why? Because this is a sign that something good's about to come. Something amazing is about to come. Oh, the obstacle came, but it's about to make me stronger. And if you have the right perspective, someone say perspective. Things change. Dr. King says, don't the measure of a man is not where he stands in times of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. You discover who you are in the challenging situation. So if you have a challenge today, I just say just get happy. Just get happy. It's about to make you better. You just got to change your perspective. Someone say change your perspective. And I'm going to close with this story, this video, since I have like 2 minutes, I think. I'm going to close with this video instead of just talking. I want to close with this video, and I'll come back and talk afterwards. But I want to show you this video because this video is about to show you the power of resilience. I'm going to show you how this young man faced a traumatic situation, but because of his resilience, he's impacting lives today. Are y'all ready? Yes. If you start crying, don't blame it on me. No, I'm serious. It's a really emotional thing, but here we go. Here we go.
When Jake was a year old, he was diagnosed with retinoblastoma, cancerous tumors in both eyes. Doctors removed his left eye, but with chemotherapy and radiation, were able to save his right. That right eye has shown him his world. The faces of his parents, his twin sister Emma, and the things he loves most. Over his 12 years, the cancer came back 8 times, and 8 times Jake beat it. In September, Jake learned it had come back again, and this time treatment didn't work. Jake learned he would lose that eye too.
I said, well, Jake, how you doing, buddy? You okay? And he goes, yeah, Mom. He goes, you know what? He goes, this is just going to be a new stage in my life.
Just sad, like I won't be able to see them ever again. And just like we fought so hard and yet cancer wins. So, but then it's like, well, I'm going to experience something that no one else can experience.
With more than a month before his surgery, Jake told his parents that what he wanted to see most one last time was another USC game. His wish reached Trojan head coach Pete Carroll.
The first thing was, let's make sure he gets inside and sees everything he wants to see. And God bless him, he deserves every bit of it.
Right when I met this kid, I really felt a connection with him.
In just a short time, the Trojans gave Jake a lifetime of memories.
What images from all this will you take with you as you go into surgery and then coming out?
I I'm going to know what they look like Blake, long blonde hair, Chris, real big, and mustache, and beard, and everything. I'm gonna take in my parents, my friends, so when they're talking to me, I just will picture them in my head. Oh, that's my dad. No, that's my mom. That's my best friend Connor. It's just, I want to take in as much as I can.
It's the night before surgery, and Jake wants to spend it with the Trojans.
Everybody loves you, Jake. We can't wait for you to come back. As soon as you get back, come see us, okay?
All right.
You promise?
Yep.
Being at the practice and being with the guys and just, there wasn't like this intensity of what we were confronting the next day. It just turned out to be a really sweet moment, and I'll never forget that sight in my mind, and Jake won't either.
All right. It was a tough morning. It wasn't the fear of being blind, it was more the fear of, all right, this is like my last minutes of seeing, last hours. That was the fear. I saw a light, like white, kind of. It was like white light, and I heard my mom and dad talking to me, which comforted me, and I really didn't feel sorrow because it's already happened. I can move on. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about that anymore. I don't have to worry about that day coming. It's already happened.
6 days after his surgery, Jake had a promise to keep. And this time, it was the Trojans who, after losing to Stanford days earlier, drew inspiration from Jake.
All right, guys, you lost, but you know what? We'll get it next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that. All right, so don't feel bad. We're gonna go clean those Bruins.
Yeah. Nice job, Jake.
At a young age, I learned that life would bring adversity and challenges. The biggest reason why I overcame, and so have a positive attitude is because I have a strong faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. And no matter what challenge we face, we're all going to be fearful. But what makes us different is how we face our challenge and how we face our fears. And that's in a positive attitude or a negative attitude. Are you going to let the situation beat you? Or are you going to beat the situation? And every time my cancer came back, or I found out that I was going to have to go for some harsh treatment, I wasn't going to let the situation beat me. Even though the cancer did take my eyes, it did take my will to go on in life and be the best I can be.
Awesome. Give us a round of applause. The reason I showed you that story, my time was up there, I gotta get out. The reason I showed you that story is because I wanted you to see, this guy lost an eye, but he didn't let that stop him from being who he was supposed to be. As a matter of fact, it made him stronger. As a matter of fact, he's a stronger leader now because he ain't got no eyes, and he's telling people, live your life. Go after it. Don't let it stop you. And now a blind guy telling you to live your life, why are we stressing out? Why are we worried? Man, you got eyes to see, you got legs. You know what I'm saying? Why are we stressing out? If this young man can overcome blindness, what can't you overcome? And by the way, he's accomplishing greatness. How is he accomplishing greatness? Because people are being inspired. He's changing people's lives. He's making an impact in the world because he refused to let his situation or his circumstance stop him from becoming who he's supposed to be. Someone say, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Was it changed? Heck yeah, that's changed. I ain't got no eye no more. Someone say change. Rebuild. I gotta restructure, reform. I gotta change some things in my life. Because I used to have an eye, and now he ain't got it no more. But boy, he's still doing great things. As a matter of fact, he's doing greater things. Because when people hear his story and hear how he overcome, you can't help but get tears or be inspired because of this man's life and what he has done. Oh man, I'm so pumped up. And so what I'm telling you today is this, that if you're going to lead in a time of change, reformation, and rebuilding, number one, I got to let it go. Someone say, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Number two, I'm going to have vision. Someone say vision. I'm going to create vision. Number three, got to be adaptable. Say adaptable. Adaptable. Say dream team. Dream team. Say resilient. Resilient. Give yourselves a round of applause. I'm getting ready to close really quickly. I just want to make you aware of a couple things. Number one, I have books up here, leadership books. If you would like to invest into the leadership books, they'll be available at the end of the session. Someone say, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Number two, there's a feedback form that is going to be online. Someone say online. I like to hear how you felt about the presentation. That matters to me. So if you get it, however you get it, if you could fill that out, I would greatly appreciate that. Number two, one of the things that I do is I speak. I often say, if I don't talk, I don't eat. So if you're interested in having me speak on your campus or whatsoever, I'm always interested. So if that's your information, you can put that online as well, or come up to me and let me know. Either way, I'll be getting into contact with you within about 72 hours to 7 days. Someone say, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. And lastly, I want to thank you guys so much for this opportunity. I really had a good time. You guys were a great audience, but most importantly, use the information so that you can change your community, your nation, and your world. Thank you guys so much. It was an honor and it was a pleasure.
Everybody stand up, please. Stand up. Stand up, please. Stand up. Let's give this man a round of applause because he deserves it. All right, you can sit down now. We're gonna do our raffle. Please you guys stay through the whole day, and now you can be rewarded.